came from where the dream is crowned, where time is gone and winds resound with whispers deep that breathe and sleep without a sound. My hands held sand, not meant to mound, not meant to build, but watch it slip and spill to truth unbound, no meaning found without a sound. The waves would come without a plea, then vanish back into the sea, and I between, like light unseen, was lost and drowned without a sound. I said, oh dream, oh silver shade, don't swallow me, don't let me fade. Let just one grain of light remain, a leaf unbound without a sound. But all the saints had found their names, like love, like you, like silent flames, and the gray sky turned to blue with tears that stayed and watch me still, and I won't drown again.
Okay, hello everybody, this is Steve Callaway, Steve Callaway 1 on YouTube, and we are back with Angelina Jordan, and I'm getting closer to completing the songs off the Secret of the Soul album. Today we're going to do Beyond the Dream, and that leaves me with one more, and that would be Tears Became My Endless Sea. So, if you remember, the purpose of this is Angelina had asked us to do something. Anything within our realm of our acceptable level of things, and including tell us about our feelings about the song, and she encouraged people to make videos. I can't keep up with James Steele making videos, so I'm going to go ahead and try to talk my way out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the lyrics bit by bit, and I'll try to give you my feelings and thoughts and my understanding of the lyrics if I have any. Let's watch.
I came from where the dream is crowned, where time is gone and winds resound with whispers deep that breathe and sleep without a sound. My hands held sand, not meant to mount.
Okay, we got to go back a little bit. I got mesmerized as I usually do. I came from where the dream is ground. That's interesting. I came from where the dream is ground. I'm assuming ground means the ground, not ground like from something to a finer substance. Now you're gonna have to get relax, okay? Elroy just hates it when I talk to the computer because he's not getting all the attention. Anyway, but if it's the ground, I mean, it just makes sense. The dream is coming from the ground. That, that's where do dreams come from? They come from us. Some of us are grounded, some are not. And I guess that's one way
Dream
explanation.
is ground where time is gone and winds resound.
See, that sounds like a dream state to me, where time is gone, there is no time. You ever notice that in dreams? There isn't any time. I don't think. Anybody dream about a clock? If you do, don't tell me about it, okay? And winds resound. Yeah, things keep blowing around.
With whispers deep that breathe and sleep without a sound.
Whispers deep that breathe and sleep without a sound. So, yeah, this again all sounds like a dream state. And it says the name of the song is Beyond the Dream. And it sounds like right now we're in the dream or we're dreaming. Because that would make the lyrics make a lot more sense to me. Let's read.
My hands held sand, not meant to mount.
Let's go a little farther.
Not meant to build, but watch it slip and spill.
So, yeah, see that's again. These are to me is all parts of a dream state. Your hands, the sand slips through your hands. It's not meant for you to pile it up like you're at the beach making a castle. Nothing like that. Because in a dream, most dreams, I think, some dreams are very detailed. Most of them are fragmented. You picture a certain thing, but all the supporting things that would have to happen to make that even become even partly true or a reality aren't there. And time doesn't mean anything because you can be anywhere in time, you can be anywhere in your life, and you're not looking at yourself, so you don't know what you look like. But I imagine you think like I do when I look in the mirror. I can't believe I'm this old. I don't feel that old, but this is then now that we get to start touching with reality a little bit. Let's see the next part.
Truth unbound, no meaning found without a sound.
The truth unbound, no meaning found without a sound. So again, I believe this is all part of the dream experience. It doesn't have to be the truth. It doesn't have to be reality. It's not. It's a dream. No meaning found. Yeah, you ever wake up from a dream and say, what was that all about? Geez, I remember parts of it, but it doesn't make any sense, right? Some people dream about falling. What kind of sense does that make? Without a sound. Yeah, when you're in a dream, even if you're falling, I think for most of us, you don't really hear anything. You just have this sensation that you're falling. Let's go ahead and...
The waves would come without a plea, then vanish back into the sea.
I think that's so beautifully said. The waves would come without a plea. It means you don't have to ask the waves to come in. They're coming in. And then they vanish back into the sea. That's one of the most mesmerizing things, isn't it? To be at the beach watching the waves kind of rolling in and then going, then receding again and coming back in. That sound. The whole thing, really. Let's go.
And I between like light on sea.
So Angelina's in the dream. and she's not. The way I understand that is, she's not making anything happen. It's just happening, and she's there, like light unseen. And really, when you think about light, light goes everywhere, and we take it for granted sometimes. But it's important. Let's go ahead and move on.
Was lost and drowned without a sound.
So I was lost and drowned without a sound. Yeah. Well, that's one good thing about a dream. You don't have you don't have to actually experience any of that kind of stuff. Um, but I'll tell you, some dreams seem like they're so real, don't they? I mean, there's been dreams, not often, thank goodness, where I wake up and I'm in a cold sweat because I was, fighting a monster or who knows what, right? Something bad was happening and I was trying to fight it. I used to occasionally have a dream about, and I think a lot of people have a dream similar to this, where I was running for some reason to get away from something I don't even know I was running from. And it seemed like the harder I tried to run fast, I was running slower and slower, and whatever was chasing me was catching up. And it was, then you wake up and you're all sweaty. It's like, I must have been running in the dream, right? Right, running in bed. Next lyric here, I said, oh dream, oh silver shade. Let's go ahead and move past that one.
Said, oh dream, oh silver shade, don't swallow me.
Okay, so this is a quote. This it's quite long. That the last part. Let me go back just a hair so you can see it. It's got quotation marks. I said, and I quote, "O dream, O silver shade,
oh silver shade, don't swallow me."
See, that's what I was just saying in my dream. Sometimes you find that could be scary. Oh, dream, oh, silver shade. Silver shade to me, could be a lot of things, but it also could be your eyes closing when you're going to be dreaming. Let's go.
Don't let me fade.
Yeah, and that's something that can happen in a dream too, where you just disappear. You're not there. You wake up, basically. But you could be disappearing in a dream. Remember, a lot of times, I don't know about you guys, but I don't actually see myself in the dream. I'm witnessing the dream, and I'm a part of the dream oftentimes, but I don't see myself actually in the dream. Let's go ahead and look on here.
There's just one grain of light remain, a leaf unbound without a sound.
Okay, so this really makes me feel like this is such a great explanation that I really have a lot of the times the dreams that you have, the dream state, as versus reality. But then, you can wake up from a dream sometime and you can be certain that that's real. It's going to happen, has happened, or is going to happen. And hey, sometimes you're right. Have you ever noticed that? Maybe not entirely all the details that you might get, but the essence of it sometimes can manifest itself in reality, I suppose. Let's go ahead and move on.
But all the saints had found their names, like love, like you, like silent flame.
So all the sands had found their names, like love, like you, like silent flames. So the sand that was slipping through the hands, all have a place, are a part of this, and the sand found their names, so they all have they're all meaningful to be there, like love, like you, and like silent flames. So the flames to me, excuse me, when Angelina references flames or fire, I take that as when our hearts are so, I guess, our hearts are broken maybe, or our hearts we get involved with somebody or with something, and it turns out, not the way we expect it to turn out, which is almost always the case. Seems like, but I think that's what that means to me. The metaphor with the flames and the fire.
Waves in the gray sky turn to blue.
And there's the positive message. The gray sky turned to blue. Angelina and Mary, when she writes the lyrics, they sometimes they seem a little dark. They seem a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily say negative. They're more like reality. Is that negative? It can be, I suppose, but I don't think the intent of the lyrics is to be negative. It's to help us understand the feeling of whatever it may be. Typically, most songs are about breakups and relationships, right? And the gray sky turned to blue. That's when something bad happens, eventually, it might take a lot of time, but eventually the gray sky does turn to blue. The blue sky was always there. You just couldn't see it or wouldn't allow yourself to see it. But then eventually you get to a point where you do see it. And then you say to yourself, why did I waste so much time looking at the gray sky when the blue sky was there for me to see the whole time? Yeah, that's what I think.
With tears that stay.
Yeah, with tears that stay. If somebody, especially if you lose somebody by they pass away, somebody that you loved is gone, leaves you, whatever. I mean, it's okay. You can still feel bad about it, right? I mean, you want to get over it. You're trying to get over it, and you will get over it if you, let a little time pass. But everything in the world has got so much good. One of my friends commented the other day about how much, once in a while, if he starts to get a little down a little bit or whatever, he just goes outside. All I got to do is go outside, look at the trees, look at the birds, look at the sun, look at the clouds. If it's raining, look at the rain. It's a miracle, isn't it? All of it. So with tears that stay, but it's okay to be sad. If you suffer a loss, it's a loss. And even if it's really not a loss, if you feel like it's a loss, then it's a loss, right? Let's go ahead.
And watch me still, down, drown again.
So, and watch me still, and I won't drown again. So, I guess to me that means that Angelina, in this case, singing the song, Mary wrote the lyrics, so maybe Mary too, that sometimes you got to have that support, that backstop, right? So watch me still, and I won't drown again. That means with that support, this is what it means to me. With that support, and that support is there, you won't get caught up in something like that again. Now, there's a pretty good chance you will, but if you have your team behind you, your family, friends, whatever it may be, and they're actually there for you, like sometimes friends, that's when you find out who your friends are. When you need them, what do they do? Not what they say, what do they do? And, saying's part of doing, but if you call them up and you got something that's really bothering you, and they say, well, I got to go get a haircut, or I got to go shopping. Nah, you don't really got to do any of that stuff. Go help your friend, right? Those moments don't happen that often, and they don't happen they aren't something you can redo. You got to do it right then. That's the way I look at it. So you won't drown again just means that Angelina is, or the lyric writer, which is Mary, is just, counting on that there'll be people there to see her and acknowledge that she's there and she's important. Well, that's how I feel about that one. It's a very interesting song. You don't really hear a lot of songs about dreaming. There's different types of dreaming, dreaming about somebody you love, that kind of stuff, but that's one type. But this one gets pretty deep. This was very thought-provoking, I think. And what do I think about this song? I love the whole thing. I love the lyrics. I love the melody. I love the way Angelina sings it. It's all a package. And it's turn your radio on, just find a random station, hit that search button, where it goes and just picks up the next station, and listen to what's out there. I do that on occasion. I can't do too much of it because I have a weak heart, but but sometimes I can't believe how things got to where they are. I don't know, but there's some decent music out there. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of really good singers out there actually too, but none of them are like Angelina Jordan. None of them. She touches my heart. They don't. That's it in a summary. All right, guys. Well, I'll quit blabbering on. We'll see you on the next one. We only got one left. Well, you know what? Just in time for the Christmas album to come out. Then I'll have more to do. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.